All right. So working on this. Doing some turnarounds for Butch Cleaver. All right. Kind of the same thing in the front. Kind of echoes in the back. For the hat. It's for the brim. It's kind of tricky. I've been working on this story right now, actually. Let's see here. Let's try this one out. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, buddy? Been working on I got your book today, man. Can't wait to read it. The Man with No Strings. I was flipping through it. I love the artwork in there, man. It's so good. I've been working on my Crisis on Independent Earths right now. I was doing a little bit of that today. I'm on page 4, so I got 2 more pages to do, and then do the lettering, and then that'll be that. I plan to have it done within the month. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna pause all my stuff and just knock this shit out. You know, it's only 5 pages, so. But I'm doing Butch Cleaver, dude. I'm gonna do a Butch Cleaver story. So, I've been wanting to do something with Butch Cleaver for a minute. I miss the whole universe. I love you know how it is, man. Westerns are fun. Once you start doing them, you get like a bug for them. You want to write them. The Western bug, you know. Yeah, I got it pretty quick. There's a bunch of books I want to do reviews for too. A bunch of indie books. I want to read. I got that one, and then I got Russ's book too. The Atlantean, the last one that came out. They're doing the Mirror of I think Tool Zune. I think that's what it's called. It's actually one of the big Cole stories. They adapted it, so that's going to be a fun one to check out. And then they're launching another campaign, I think Friday. Yeah, Crisis is going to be crazy, dude. That's why I wanted to get my book in there fast, you know, to kind of try to get it in there. I think it's going to be pretty fun. Got a little fun for Butch in there. I don't know how it is over there in Chi-Town, man, but it is hot out here in LA. I tell you. I swear. I saw the ad too for Shank, man. You guys are going to be doing Shank, huh? The Kelsey Shannon's. That should be pretty cool. No, I haven't read issue 2 yet. Of the no, not yet. I thumbed through it a little bit. I always do that right when I get my books. I just kind of flip through it, like looking at the art for everything. Yeah. There's so many books I got to read. And then new comics come out tomorrow too. I'm gonna go pick up a couple. I don't think too many books are coming out tomorrow though. I'm kind of culling my list, man. There's a lot of good shit out there, but just I don't know. I'd rather just kind of get the indie stuff and the old stuff that's out already. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Lek? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Super duper hot. New Atlantean campaign this week? Yeah, I gotta get that too. Definitely gotta pick that up. I like supporting that, you know. Yeah, and it's Solomon Kane as well. Solomon Kane. Yeah. Yeah, with this character I'm having to kind of nerf him up a little bit for the story because it's kind of all ages. So I have him just fighting monsters in the he fights a monster possibly in the Crisis on Independent Earths. Wanted to come up with something cool though, something kind of original, you know, something that I can put inside the Butch Cleaver lore. So I created a new thing. I'm pretty excited about it. Should be pretty fun. Let's see here. Let's see here. When they put you in the letters, you kind of have to keep buying them. I've been thinking trades a lot more recently. Some of these minis might just work better that way, although I do love monthlies. Yeah, monthlies are cool, but yeah, probably kind of do without them a bit, you know, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I'll do Conan. Conan's my shit, you know. As long as they don't fuck it up, I'll keep doing the Conan, you know. And right now, Zub's doing a pretty good job, and I'll still go to the store for that. That'll do that. There's a couple books I'll go to the store for. That I like the Goon. That's one of my favorite books. The Goon's really cool. He doesn't really put out that much stuff. Anything like Eric Powell puts out, as far as like a comic, I'm gonna probably pick that up. But he doesn't really put out much stuff, to be honest. Yeah, no, not too much. Not too much. Shoot, I want to see Walter Simonson's Ragnarok come back, dude. Let's see here. Lek, when I saw a pre-order for Dragon Arrow was going to be about 2/5 the comic shop price, I started wondering. Think I'll do the SK as a trade. Conan and Cyber Sword of Conan, I won't miss. Yeah, I'm not doing the reforged ones. Those ones are crazy, dude. They're $15 now. I was like, what? Who did that? They make $15 like reforged. It's like you might as well just buy the omnibus hardcover for $70. You can get a bunch of stories in there, or one of them. Zaid. Yeah, the man with no strings is going to be getting chased by some bounty hunters in my Crisis story. Ooh, that's going to be sick. I'm doing a Lost Pages one too. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's hella cool. Yeah, mine. I got Butch Cleaver out in the Bone Void out in the desert. It's kind of hanging out right there. It's kind of like an in-betweequel. He's in this old saloon. Some shit goes down. I don't want to spoil too much. It's gonna be black and white too. Like I don't know. Are you gonna do your You gonna do yours in black and white for Man with No Strings? You usually do those in black and white, I think. Lek, I stopped on Reforged after the first one. I like the black and white better, and already have them in mag form. That new bumped up price is the same as heavy metal too, and I'd rather have a heavy metal. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, me too. I'd rather buy a book. I wanted to start collecting a bunch of books. Straight up books, Get some old pulpy shit, Maybe something from Howard, or I don't know, maybe Burroughs or Lovecraft or Clark Ashton Smith, maybe a Walter B. Gibson book, some Shadow, there's all kinds of shit to get, Plus there's a bunch of old comics I want to get too, just straight up like that, Tons of Bisley shit. Yeah, there's just so much stuff to be had. Then there's the indie stuff I want to get. I'm trying to go out into my garage tomorrow, hopefully, if it's not too hot in the morning, and start organizing my garage. I got so many comics in there and so many crowdfunded books. I got like $10,000 worth of crowdfunded books out there. I think about 10,000, something like that. I could be wrong, but it's pretty close. Let's see here. I'm thinking of having the Crisis pages colored. Yeah, I'm going to do mine in black and white, and then that's why I'm doing this, because for Renzo, for the end of the book, he needs to have a color palette. So first turnaround I've done for Butch, so I'm doing that right now. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to scan it, I was thinking about doing colors too because I have all these. Oh, dude, wait till you see Hell War, bro. Oh man, I get so many tones for that shit. I kind of wanted to do the old school tones on this because I'm gonna, frankly, I might have some time to do it. It shouldn't take too long, especially for this. The way my coloring style is now, I don't. If I'm gonna color, it's gonna be just very minimal. You know, like very flat, like very 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s style coloring. That's retro look. That's the way I'm going. So, yeah. But I don't know. I kind of want to do it black and white. He was saying, but hey, I told him all my stuff's black and white now. So I told him all my other Butch Cleaver stuff's in color, but the new Butch Cleaver stuff that I'm putting out now, if the next time I put out like Butch Cleaver 3, it's gonna be black and white. I like the coloring, but yeah, I really like the black and white looks for like westerns and horror and sword and sorcery. I'm just really into that. Let's see here. Like, do you have a decent book warehouse nearby? Good one nearby has tons of the old paperbacks. Find some Conan or Red Sonja, sometimes even Death Dealer for around $5. I don't know about any. There's this guy named this buddy Dan. I'm supposed to meet up with Dan Plagle. We were supposed to meet up a couple of years ago and go to some bookstores, but we never did. He knows some down in Long Beach. I could probably Google him and look for him, but I just haven't made my way out there yet. But maybe I will in a couple months. I'm going to a concert next week, so I'm gonna go see Devil Driver. I want to go see them one more time. Their new album is heavy, fucking heavy as hell. Strike and Kill. That's so good. It's heavy as fuck. And the singer, he sounds like the best he's sounded in a long time. And he's kind of got like, I guess, a tumor in his head. So he was saying, who knows, it could be their last show, but he's got some weird like underlying health issues. So I want to go check them out one more time. If you guys haven't heard Devil Driver, they're fucking cool, man. They mix a lot. They do a lot of different styles. Not too many, but yeah, they're I call them California groove. They're kind of like Pantera, but then they mix with a lot of different stuff. Kind of got that Gothenburg sound, that metalcore sound as well. Yeah, they're fucking dope. Yeah, but I was thinking about coloring the 4 pages, but I don't know. I really want to start doing this book in black and white. It'd be so fun. I miss doing I miss Butch Cleaver. Lek, hey Zay, just checked out your site. Awesome. I've been in the mood for a western for a while now. Oh yeah, dude, you got to check out his books, dude. The Man with No Strings is freaking awesome. It's been like the best book that's been out for like the past few years now. His book and The Atlantean has been pretty much the best book like in this scene, in my opinion. Yeah, holding it fuck down. Anything he puts out, dude. The Zayd brothers can't go wrong. I'm doing the turnarounds, so you always got to remember, So with Butch, his right hand, he's got a cutting glove. So with butchers, when you always have a cutting glove on your hand. So it's like a mesh metal. Think of like a mesh. It's a chainmail glove. So it's always the right hand, and he's always shooting with that hand too. So then he's got the gun holster. And then these 3 bones. This is going to be something later on when I do the new Butch Cleaver. Butch Cleaver 3. I'm gonna do that. I don't know when, but I might even do a short story, man, because I banged out fucking. I've been doing a page a week of this. I would show you guys right now, but I don't want to spoil it. You know, right now I'm doing like the funnest page too. It's pretty fun. Yeah, Lek, you got to check out the Lost Pages, bro. By Zaid Comics. It's so cool. They got like some of the coolest characters. Phil and Brandon, they're Zaid, the Diaz brothers. Zaid is actually Diaz spelled backwards. And when they were kids, they came up, you know, with a bunch of these cool characters that they were going to make in a video game. You know, and when you're young, you come up with some dope shit. I mean, look what Howard did. He came up with Solomon Kane when he was like 15, you know. So, and I came up with Butch Cleaver when I was like 21 or something. And I came up with some other cool characters too when I was younger. But anyways, these guys put these characters together in an anthology format, and you get a lot of different subgenres, and they all go together really good. You got to pick those books up too. I think you'll really dig them. Something special. Hey, Drawn Sword, what's up, dude? Hey, does Butch Cleaver have a pencil behind his ear? No, No. Can't wait to see more of the Lost Pages. Yeah. There's a lot of characters. Like a lot of people got really cool characters in this scene, but yeah, Lost Pages and the Zaid brothers, they got some of the best characters out there. Let's see here. Get the Spurs on there. It's kind of a hard angle to do the Spurs. That one's blocked, so I'll probably have to put little notes in here about some of the stuff. Yeah. That I might even do that later. Lost Pages 4 is being worked on now. Ooh, nice. Hey, what's up, Willie? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by, brother. I can't wait for the Lost Pages. It's so nice to get books out, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you like shit comes out and then it gets delivered in a decent time, you know. You gotta wait fucking 6 years for a book. This shit's fucking sucky. Gotta wait for like 2 decades to get like a book and shit, or to get like a couple books. I don't know. Pretty egregious. That's what I like about Zaid, man. You order your shit and it bam. It's just there. Let's see here. Oh, this is new. Picking fights. What can I say? I'm cruel, but man, unusual. Yeah, this is Butch Cleaver, my first character, pretty much. He's a butcher. He's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. Does he use that power for revenge, reckoning, or redemption? Well, you got to read to find out. And the book, the art's pretty tough in there to get through. But by the second book, it gets a little better. And you know, now once I do Butch Cleaver again, it'll get better. Hopefully, it'll look a little better when you see it in the new pages I'm doing, the little 5-pager. I think it looks good. You got to keep pushing though, man. You can't just sit there and wait for these books to get better. You got to make them and then do your best, dude, and then make the next one better, bro. You know, they're like little tomes, you know, little time capsules of yourself. Yeah, the cowboy guy with the blades, exactly. That's the one. Let's see here. Okay. I just like the world too, man. Like I really lived in that world, bro. Like Oubliette, that's the town, you know. And I really was thinking about the world and kind of want to go back there a lot, you know. It was always going to be, you know, Butch Cleaver and L War. Those were like the two kind of main things I wanted to do. Was I wanted to do westerns and then kind of like Viking and sword sorcery shit, you know. For the most part, that's where I came up with the name Rune Cutter, because it was like Cutter for Butch Cleaver, and then Runic would be more for like the Scandinavian stuff. So that's why I named my printing thing Rune Cutter Comics. So you got like two cleavers and then an axe inside of like a stone, a rune stone. Let's see here. I write the world the way I'd like to be. Yeah. I'd like to make I always wanted to make a game of Butch Cleaver where it was kind of like Arkham City, I guess, where you kind of run around, or maybe like Zelda, kind of like more like Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or even Red Dead Redemption, but more like Arkham Knight, because I want him to like ride around on a bull. He has a bull that he rides around on. This is him right here. This is my buddy did one of these. This guy 6 a.m. He did a couple of these sets, but that's his bull right there. Yeah, that's Tor. His bull Tor. Tore, not the barbarian Tor. Yeah. It's so hot in here. All right, so finish up this right here. Yeah. Can't wait for you guys to see Hell War. I haven't done an update yet. I want to do like a fat juicy update for the Kickstarter, but yeah, it's pretty much printed already. I'm just waiting on some more details. Where the bad guys get taken to the cleaners Fallout, the Basidia game. Yeah, that show was pretty cool. I never played Fallout. I have one of them. I just never played it. Yeah, it was gifted to me. Just haven't had time. And then by the time I wanted to play a game, I went in there to play like one of the Mortal Kombat games. My PlayStation stopped working, so I was just like, I went in there to play like God of War or Spider-Man or something like that, because I got the Spider-Man pack, PlayStation 4, but now I'm trying to go play with my kids. We wanted to play like some it was that DC kind of Mortal Kombat game. I forgot the name of it. You could kind of customize your characters and stuff. Yeah. Oh well. It's worth a play, huh? Sounds cool. these in there like that. Man, I fell asleep. Let's see here. I haven't touched. Let's see, Willie. I haven't touched the Xbox for a month or two now. Yeah, I haven't touched it for like years and years. Whenever that Spider-Man game came out, I think it was PlayStation 4. So that was years I haven't played it. Years. And I wouldn't play it either. I would literally get God of War. I would get a 40, and once I did get it, I would get a 40 and I would play God of War and some peanuts, and I'd sit there and play God of War, and I had a great time. And I would do that like every 5 months, and I would play the game for like 2 or 3 hours, and it would be like a 3-hour session. That'd be it. Back in the day, though, I would play the shit out of games. I was played all kinds of video games all the time, like probably from like 8 years old all the way up to like 21, maybe, just nonstop video games, skateboarding, metal, drawing. Like I was doing everything. I kind of grew up in the perfect time, man. I was literally doing everything you could think of. I was doing it. I think let's see. Like I think I played 2 and 3. I might have some others. Let's see here. Willie, I must be ill or just sick of it. I don't know if you're still there, Phil, but there's a brand new arcade down the street from my pad, dude. It's all like retro games. Got some competition, homie. At least I saw them on TikTok. I got to go check them out. That's the one thing I like about TikTok. They got good they got good recommendations for things. Let me fix this. Ow! I just pinched my hand. Yeah, it's down the street, Phil. I gotta check it out. When I go there, I'll shoot a video and maybe I'll post it up or something. I don't do really live videos. I should do some of those with the face reveals. I look like an English an English bartender right now. My head's I shaved it. It's like a number 1. And I got a big like mustache. I look like Val Kilmer from Felon with my mustache. Let's see here. I picked up a copy of The King in Yellow from the library. Yeah, I got to get my kid the Robin Hood. She's going to be reading Robin Hood, the classic. I got to go probably buy that tomorrow somewhere. We're doing that for the homeschool. Let's see here. No spoilers. Right. Yeah. Got to work on a fast style though, man. I think it just kind of. I think it takes forever to get that style up, you know. That kind of bullpen style, you know. So I want it to be fun and quick, you know. There's a lot of the artists that do it. It's like it's hard. They make it look so easy, but it's not. But like, you know, just like kind of find it, you know. Just kind of know when to stop. Less is more. Wham bam. That's it. Get in there, get out. Twang, huh? And the reason being, guys, I want to get like a fast style that I think is cool. Something like Bruce Timm, you know what I mean? Something quick like that. Or even Gindy, like a Gindy style or a Jack Kirby style. Something like that. You know? Eventually I want to get there, guys. I never, I mean, I've thought about it before, but I'm like, And I like a lot of different styles, but I just want a fast style that I can kind of just tell a bunch of stories, make it look cool, go minimal. But I love detail stuff, like super detailed. I don't even use that much detail already, but I want to go even less. Put more shadow in there. What's up, buddy? Venos. All right. Got that new. Hey, what's up, Omer? Thanks for all the help, man. I appreciate it. Babe. Venos. I do appreciate it, buddy. So I must be ready for color. I'm gonna color this over on Clip Studio. That's gonna be fun. I also got to figure out what's up with the if we're going to be doing RGB or if we're doing a CMYK for that book. Yes, sirree, Bobskis. I could probably start erasing some of this stuff now. Start cleaning this up. I could probably use my electric one for a little bit. Just clear this out. Yeah. You gotta use the battery on these, man, otherwise they'll just die. I've been using it a lot, though. This thing helps out a lot, dude. I was using it today. Right before I did the stream, I was messing around with a little bit of that other project. I need to get a brush, too. Let's see here. Omer, if we can figure out how to work the system to help each other out on the YouTube, that'd be dope. Oh, this is an electric racer. I got it for like $10 on TikTok. I get all kinds of stuff on TikTok, bro. Yeah, I could go. Have you seen the people on there? They just, some influencers on there or whatever, they just sell shit. They just sell shit, dude. Like, they do it like fucking like Home Shopping Network. They're like, ha, check out this new jacket I got. This new thing. Check it out. You know? They like, zip. Check out my new cowboy boots. You know? You just straight up do that, and then they give you a commission. Check out my new bomber jacket. Got a camouflage. What do you need? Yeah, it's hilarious. Maybe I got to lose probably about 50, 60 pounds, though, and then I'll do it. I'm fat as fuck right now. I ain't gonna front. I weigh more than Schwarzenegger did in Conan, so I'm a slab of beef right now. I always wanted to be 200 pounds. Always wanted to be like 200 pounds of muscle when I was a kid. Now I'm 230 pounds of fat. Could throw my weight around. Let's see here. Well, oil beef hooked. Let's see here. Omer, do the pitch in the Emilio Estevez. It's hard though, dude. Like if I heard it, I could probably do it a little better. Maybe. I feel like I used to be able to do like decent like impersonations when I was in like high school and right out of, but something happened. I don't know what it was, but I like in my brain too, you know, I used to like hear things and be able to like get little nuances in people's and impersonating people. But now it's kind of gone. But if I listen to it, I can do it a little better. But yeah, it's Chavez. It's Dave Rudabaugh. I'm going down to old Mexico. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that new Young Guns movie, bro. I don't give a fuck. Get Bon Jovi in there. Chavez. I'll make you famous. That was the line, right? I'll make you famous. He just did those movies and he bounced. Him and Charlie Sheen. Dude, I like the movies, man. It's crazy though, that shit that you hear about Charlie Sheen that he did to like the Corey Feldman or Corey Haim. After I heard that, I kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's wild. That's sad, bro. If it's true, you know, it's hard to, you never know. Hollywood's a weird place. Because he was pretty cool back in the day. I mean, he was doing like that movie The Wraith was fucking dope. Hot Shots was funny as fuck. He got fucking pretty swollen Hot Shots Part 2 to look kind of like Stallone. Yeah, Three Musketeers was good. Wraith, I really liked that movie Men at Work though. That was the one I was going to bring up. There's something about Men at Work. Did you guys ever see Men at Work? Something about Men at Work. I really like that movie. Where Emilio Estevez and his brother, they're both in it. Charlie Sheen. Oh yeah, and obviously Young Guns. That was good. He was in there. But yeah, Charlie Sheen and Emilio. It's a comedy. Oh, David Keith or Keith David, I forget his name. The guy from They Live, and you know he does the voice of Spawn and Goliath. He's in there too. He's funny. He's funny as fuck in there, dude. He's like drop kicking motherfuckers. And it feels like it feels, you know what it feels like, Men at Work? It feels like a 90s comic book and a 90s cartoon kind of brought to life in some ways. Some of the stuff's kind of adult, but the characters kind of, because it's the 90s, so they're dealing with like toxic chemicals and shit. So it feels like something out of Ninja Turtles, you know, or Toxic Crusaders, you know. I don't know. I really like Men at Work. My pops was like, hey, he's like, check this out. This is Men at Work. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Like, I kind of like this. It's pretty funny. It's just like, they're like brothers in real life, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, they're just like ordering pizza and they witness a murder and all this shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I like that movie. The David Keith or Keith David, I always forget how to pronounce it. He's funny in there. I was always thinking that movie should have had a sequel too. Like they could have made a bunch of them, you know? Because think about it, they're garbage men, right? People throw shit away all the time. You could fucking make a million stories with that, you know? You could have like a tagline in there, you know? Everyone's garbage is a new mystery, you know? One man's garbage is another man's treasure. Something. I don't know. I'll get back to you guys on that. I could think of something better than that, but... See, okay, here we go. Those are all great movies, says Omer. Willie, of course, funny as fuck. Well, when Charlie gets out of jail, we should get more Young Guns and Men at Work too. Charlie is out of jail. I don't think he went to jail, did he? Yeah, I saw him like an interview not too long ago. I think, right? Wasn't there like a documentary? Like, maybe he is in jail. Oh shit, that's wild. There's a new rumor going around right now that Tom Hardy is going to be playing Wolverine. I saw on Twitter. What do you guys think of Tom Hardy playing Wolverine? Man, I just scrub my floor in here, guys. You gotta make a big mess when you're doing your art, but you gotta clean it up, you know. I just fucking mopped the floor in here. Now I got all these shavings, these eraser shavings I gotta clean. Yeah, I don't, is he in jail? Is he? I'll make you famous. Damn. What about that new casting, dude? For Alex Murphy, bro. Fucking what's his name? Dan Stevens is playing RoboCop. That's gonna be good. That motherfucker's got range. That motherfucker's got like he's got like Oldman range. And he was in that movie, not Annabelle, the other one. Something like that, where the little girl, the little ballerina, she's a vampire. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? Let's see here. I don't know, but let's see. I thought Charlie Sheen was in the hospital for having AIDS. Oh, okay. I don't know, but if he did do anything to Corey, he should be. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I heard he did something to Corey, some fucked up stuff. Someone mentioned the new RoboCop earlier. I haven't seen anything new or anything. Yeah, it's Dan Stevens. So the dude, he's just in a bunch of movies, and he does a bunch of different like kind of dialects and stuff. You know what I mean? I remember him, but he was in that one movie, dude, with the vampire girl. You know, that Annabelle. It wasn't Annabelle. It was something else. It came out, you know, like they're all locked up in a mansion, and she's like hunting them off. Anyway, he's in there, and he plays like a dirty cop, and like from New York, and he does a good job. And I'm like, oh, he plays a cop pretty good in there. And then he's in this new movie called, like, I think Onslaught, where he's like a crazy German doctor in there. And then he was in, he also had a small part in Cabinet of Curiosities. He played like an infomercial, like televangelist. That was funny. He was also in a TV show called Legion. I think that was an X-Men show. I never watched that. He also played the Beast from the Beauty and the Beast from Disney. He did that. The dude just got a lot of range, though. He's got a lot of range. Yeah. He'd be a good Butch Cleaver. Dan Stevens would be, he played. Yeah. He'd be a good Butch Cleaver. Yeah, right. The Dracula one. Yeah, exactly. Remember the bad cop in there? Yeah. Gus from Breaking Bad. Yep. That's the one I'm talking about. They're supposed to do a second one. Yeah, and he gets like bit in there. That dude was a good Dracula. Dan Stevens would make a good Butch Cleaver. Matthew McConaughey. My top pick though would be what's his name? Tom Hiddleston. The guy who plays Loki. That's who I get to play this guy. He'd be cool. He'd be my top pick. Yeah, he's playing RoboCop, and he's kind of like a taller guy. That other guy was good too, Joel Kinnaman, that big Swedish guy. He's a good actor too. It's just the movie was shit, you know. That's all. Yeah, it should have been rated R, man. If they just let James Wan do his thing, I think the movie I think the show will be pretty good. No, Tom Hiddleston for Butch Cleaver. Yeah. The Dan Stevens guy, he's the one playing RoboCop. Yep. But Dan Stevens would make a good Butch Cleaver. So would Matthew McConaughey. Christian Bale would be good. Those are the type of guys. But yeah, my top pick for Butch Cleaver would be Tom Hiddleston for sure. He'd be perfect. All right. Scream funny dude. Yeah, he's great. He almost played Thor too. Probably would have been pretty good too. He would have definitely got bigger. He wouldn't have got as big as he wouldn't have got as big as what's his name? Hemsworth. That fool got big. He got so big. He got bigger than Schwarzenegger. When he gets big, he can get pretty big. Yeah. He got all that Hulk Hogan. He got all that Hulk Hogan size big, you know. He was going to play a Hulk Hogan, a biopic. There was going to be 2 Hulk Hogan movies that were going to come out, at least a TV show and a movie for sure. Kevin Durant was going to do one, and Chris Hemsworth, but both of them got canceled. That's pretty weird. Yeah, something like that, Omer, with the Corey Haim. Yeah, allegedly. You got to remember, man, he was a big crackhead, so who knows what he did, you know? That's fucked up stuff, you know? But it's alleged, dude, so you never really know. They were going to make another Lost Boys too with him. He was in one of the deleted scenes on Lost Boys 3, I think. Yeah. Corey Haim. That's sad, man. He was a good actor. There's also the thing where Charlie might not even remember. He might have been so fucking out of his mind on drugs. Let's see here. Charlie probably doesn't know himself. So cooked out. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Or maybe not. You never know. Either way, he probably shouldn't be making movies anymore, you know? When you're that fucked up, I guess. You guys hear that they're making a Dracula theme park in Romania? That's going to be fucking crazy, man. I always wanted to go there, man. Sounds kind of sus, though, man. Sounds like a little... I don't know, man. That place is kind of cursed. That part of the world. It's pretty fucking haunted. Where Dracula's from, you know. They're going to make a big theme park. They're spending $1 billion on it. Let's see your Omer. Both them Corey's got all fudged up from Hollywood. Hey, you look like a pretty girl. Look, Charlie. Yeah, exactly. Tourist trap? Yeah, it might be. They're sinking $1 billion into the Dracula theme park because Dracula is Romania's biggest tourist attraction. It's like their biggest thing. But to me, $1 billion doesn't even sound like enough for a theme park, really. Because if you check it out, they got a bunch of different things online about it. But I would go. I want to go to Romania. I want to go to Dracula's castle and all that. He's one of my favorite characters. Him, Conan, Batman. Yeah. Yeah, man. So many stories I want to do. Willie, I'll just stay home and take the virtual tour. Homer, isn't it crazy to have all that money and fame and all you do is get blitzed and out of your mind to deal with it, and all that road to the success sounds like a horrible life. Yeah, it does. They don't. It's all about control, right? It's hard to control yourself, and a lot of people, fall victim to it, I guess. I was reading that new Operation Iron Coffin, that new Dracula book. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, especially when you have no idea what you did last night. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I hear a lot of metal bands, like the singers are like, "Yeah, man, wish I could go back in time and not drink as much. I don't remember. I don't have any of the memories." I'm hearing that from a lot of people, dude. A lot of the a lot of the bands I like, they don't remember shit, dude. Like, that sucks. It's true though. That's why, like, the modern, the new generation, they don't really drink that much. They see all the side effects from us, our generation. I mean, let's see here. Willie, Jesus, how hard is it to stop after you've had 5 drinks? Really, Homer? It's like the corrupt. It's like they corrupt your soul. So much manipulation in Hollywood. How far we go to get a role? Let's see here. Willie, any more is a waste for me. Oh yeah, after 5, yeah. Well, there was a study that said, like, after the first drink, that, like, that's when you get the most, when you feel the most buzz. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but sometimes it feels like that. Not all the time. Well, I would imagine some of the drinking is to cope with pain from all the work. Yeah, possibly. That is true. Tom Hardy is Wolverine. They probably are going to replace Hugh Jackman, dude. But he doesn't want to give it up either now all of a sudden. He's like, why would I give it up? I think he might have to, though. Because they're already like, all right, dude, here's Cavalrine, you know? They're kind of like, wink, wink. Like, you know, there's floating idea out there. You can't, you know. Someone else has to do it. I don't think Cavill's going to do it either. I think that, I know Cavill's meeting with them, though. There's a lot of people meeting with Marvel now. Because the next phase is X-Men. X-Men, they're going to go hard on X-Men. X-Men. That's going to be the new shit right there. It's like, yeah, you've seen X-Men, but you haven't seen our MCU X-Men. That's the whole, you know. And there's a lot of actors that they haven't got. There's a lot that they have, but a lot that they haven't, you know. There's a lot of DC guys too that could jump over, like Ben Affleck hasn't done anything. Matt Damon did that little thing. You got Christian Bale. You know, Henry Cavill did the Cavalrine, but you know, Matthew McConaughey, he hasn't done shit really. I know he's annoying, but he's still one of the best. Robert De Niro, he hasn't done shit with Marvel yet. I don't think Al Pacino has yet either. He might have. I'm sure I'm missing some actors though. Let's see, Omer, the road and performing is hard on the body, so self-medication with alcohol is prevalent. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, everybody, you know, 100%. Especially for metalheads or just people in the rock scene, rockers. They party like the whole time, you know. It's a pirate lifestyle too. Can't really have a family when you're doing that. I mean, a lot of these guys do have families, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, man. It's hard enough being a dad when you're at home all the time. Just doing a regular job. Let's see here. Cavalrine would be cool too. Hugh Jackman is just getting too old to do another 10 to 20 years. It's really not possible. I think they're just kind of playing each movie by ear right now, you know? But he's like, I don't want to give it up. and he looks cool. He looks kind of cool, like even though he's still doing it, he's got that old grizzly like Logan look, you know. He's probably, but I could have swore like I thought I read in an interview or heard him say that like no, I'm not 100% sure, but he was saying like why not? I mean like there's no reason for me not to stop playing Wolverine. I think that's what he said. You know, and he figured, dude, there's been so many years of him like not wearing the suit and kind of they nerfed him up for so many years, you know. But they're just gonna reboot everything. They already got the new Cyclops. They got the whole new team. So why wouldn't they do, you know, Wolverine? I think what he needs to do is he needs to find a new franchise. You know that he needs to now. Like he should be like all on that shit. You know, trying to find something cool. He needs his Terminator and his Rocky. You know, he needs his Conan and his Terminator. You know, that's what they said. You know, you need to have at least two IPs. You know, not everything's gonna. You know, I mean the people like The Greatest Showman. You know, and Kate and Leopold, but you know that shit ain't gonna cut it, bro. He's gonna have to make some dope shit. He could still do action movies too. He could just kind of start becoming the new Liam Neeson, you know? That'd be cool. It's probably, to be honest, that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to make him the new Liam Neeson. It's going to be Hugh Jackman. You know, he'll just do a bunch of that type of shit. See, hard. Let's see. See, Willie. Rewatched Ronin last night. Classic De Niro. Yeah, that movie's great. All that guy has to do is just shut his mouth. Otherwise he's just go do your movies. No one cares about your politics. He always comes out looking stupid. Let's see. Henry Cavill is kind of too old too. Hardy ain't that young either, but maybe. Hardy's older than Cavill, dude. Believe it or not. Yeah, he's older than Cavill. Cavill's my age. He's 43. So is Hemsworth. I think he just kind of looks old. He looks a little tired because he's doing that Highlander. I think that movie took a lot out of him for some reason. He's smart though, bro. He's like, all right, I'm not doing. That's exactly the type of shit Jackman should be looking for. Is like a franchise, something that, you know what I mean? Something like Highlander. And Cavill, he's not stopping there. He's trying to get Warhammer off the ground, you know. He already did Witcher. He could have made Witcher movies too if he wanted to. He could have easily stayed there and done a bunch of TV shows and all kinds of shit. I thought Hugh retired from Wolverine like 10 years ago with Logan. Yeah, right. Is the Deadpool thing gonna keep keep Hugh and Wolverine? Allegedly, there's a lot of rumors going around, but allegedly, like, he's gonna come out with Deadpool in the new Doomsday movie, and that's gonna be that. You know, they're gonna have Tobey Maguire in there. Blade might be in there. Deadpool and Wolverine, and then it might be that, but I'm not for sure. Dude, Van Helsing, perfect, fucking perfect. And I'm telling you, dude, I'd say like 9 out of 10 people. I'll give you 8. 8 out of 10 people that have seen Van Helsing, they like it. You know, they like it for what it is, and they would totally embrace another one. That's perfect. Or Solomon Kane, bro. Have him play Solomon Kane. He would also be a great King Cole. If I would be so bold, I think that he would be a good Cole. And I went on record saying that before. Hugh Jackman. He could do a lot of shit. Like he's got another 10 years. He could do a lot of stuff. Solomon Kane, he'd be great. They won't do that shit though, because people are just, I don't know. They're just not. They're. I don't know if they did it right and did the right storyline and made it really scary and cool. Then yeah, they could, you know. But they need it to be like more like Van Helsing, you know, something like that. If they had him in Africa fighting fucking ghouls and fucking crazy sky demons, that would be the shit, bro. Oh man, that'd be so cool. That's what I want to see is some Solomon Kane movies. Because you figure you give him like 10 more, like for sure, dude. He could. I would go and say that like he could barely do. Yeah, he did Van Helsing. Yeah, he could do 10 more years. I'd say. Yeah, he could do 10 more years of something. He could do any role he wanted, almost any role. Like he could do a Batman movie if you wanted, like an old grizzled Batman. He could do that, like a Dark Knight Returns. He could probably, you know, he could do a lot of that shit. But that's it, bro. He's got 10 years of like peak looking, you know, because they could really do a lot nowadays with not even with CGI or anything. He's looking older and a little tired, but he could still do some shit. I think. Personally, though, I would put him in older roles. I would put him in, you know, Solomon Kane. Solomon Kane's not old all the time either, but he could pull it off. Do that, something like Cole. You could have him play like the Shadow. You know, if they want to do a Shadow movie, Hugh Jackman could do that. He'd be a great Shadow. Zorro. You can have him play Zorro. He wouldn't do that though. You should probably get like a Mexican for that. But they've made a lot of Zorro stuff actually in the past few years. Yeah, they've done like TV shows in Mexico and stuff. The TV show from Mexico looks pretty interesting though. I haven't watched it yet. It's pretty cool though. I don't know about the Phantom. Might be, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. Willie. Yeah, Solomon is R-rated horror. Yep. Omer. The thing with those movies is they don't make enough money at the box office. Yep, exactly. Cinema's dying anyway. Streaming is the future, says Willie. Omer. If they could make those type of movies cheap and make money, then they would make more movies. They're just so too expensive to make. Yeah, and if you look at Van Helsing, dude, that movie was heavy CGI, like some crazy, and that's what people are going to expect with that movie, because it's Steven Sommers, the guy that did The Mummy. I don't know if he's doing, but they might bring him back, dude, because theoretically Van Helsing is in the Mummy verse because that's the director of the first two Mummy movies, So in theory, you can have they're making the new Mummy movie. They're bringing back like 90% of the cast. And they could, in theory, make a new Van Helsing. They can do Creature from the Black Lagoon. They could do a crossover with the Mummy in there. They can have Van Helsing be like a werewolf now. So there might be an audience for that. They might still be able to pull that off. I don't think they'll do it though. But you never know. Studios don't really take risks that much anymore, unless it's like DEI or stuff. But I don't think they're doing the woke DEI risks anymore. I don't think they're going to do that because they don't really have the money anymore. But if they want to do like cheap horror movies, then yeah, like you could make a Solomon Kane movie on the cheap, like probably for 50 million or something like that. And film it all like on a volume screen. You do some exterior shots of Africa, film it all on a stage, kind of build the stages. Yep. Let's see. Let the Aussies do the Phantom. Yeah, you could totally do that. You can even have like the Kiwi people do it. There's a whole like a collective. I think it's Cliff Curtis, Jason Momoa, and Taika Waititi. They formed a collective. So they're a whole. I think it's a company actually. I think Peter Jackson would do a great job with the Phantom. He would also like could I mean the stuff that he could do with Conan, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Volume. It's like the way that they filmed The Mandalorian, where they build a set and then they put a big like a bunch of like monitors, like 200 monitors or some shit around them, so it looks realistic. They should do that with with more stuff. Make it look cool. But yeah, but Hugh Jackman, he just needs to get something like that. Like there's shit out there, bro. There's plenty of stuff out there that he could do, where it's kind of prime. Like he could still, he's like in his 50s. He could pull like an old, like a 4-year-old dude. I'm 43. He looks better than me. Yeah, he's got some juice. He got some juice left in him. Let's see here. The Phantom is fucking massive in Oz. Yeah, dude. They should film it there. They should have Peter Jackson's team do it. Wingnut should, or Weta should do all that shit. Homer. They have to make them under 10 million. These crazy movie budgets are nuts. Yeah, I mean, well, just for these types of characters, man, they need at least 50 million, bro. Like, yeah, you need at least 50 million. Like, you look at what Guillermo did with Blade 2 and Hellboy. He made both those for like 50 or 60 million each. And now they need like 50 million is low budget now, unless they're doing. I'm talking like superhero with a superhero movie. You need at least 50 million for this, for the effects and stuff, wardrobe, all that shit, the sets. If you want to do something like back rooms or, session, then yeah, you can do 10 million. No problem. You can film that shit, cheap. Willie, the New Zealanders are like Aussies' little brothers. Oz and NZ are fucking tight. Yeah, exactly. That's the way I always seen it, Then you make it, in like, Another thing is too, you got John Carter. That's another character they should do something with. That would be cool. That's a really cool character. Then you bring in Tarzan, you start doing crossovers, and you have it like in Placilador, and then you start bringing in the fucking crazy monsters and shit. It's just they never do anything right. I will say, Omer, though, there is some really good Robert E. Howard stories that you could make cheap that are good. Like that one, The Horror of the Mound. That's a great like Texas horror story, you know. I just listened to that. It's fucking good. I'm listening to 10 hours of Robert E. Howard horror right now on this channel called Horror Babble. And it's like, is it 10 hours? It's 8 hours. A bunch of great stories in there. Just pulps, fast stories. No origin story for any of the characters, you know, just all plot. There is some lore dumps though for like the setting and the world in which it takes place, because Robert Howard, he loves doing fucking lore dumps in his stories, and I love him for it. But a lot of these stories would make great fucking movies, you know, like you don't need to have an origin for everybody all the time. Hey, what's up, Don? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Omer, just get rid of all these famous actors who are too expensive. Get new, cheap, hungry, new blood actors to do these cheap movies. Yeah, and there's a bunch of old motherfuckers that have been around forever that haven't got their due propers either, you know? Like Rob, that's the one thing I liked about Rob Zombie. A lot of people give him shit, but that motherfucker would always go in there and hire the old talent, you know, give him another job, you know? You know what I mean? Like he'd go in there and like, let's give Meg Foster some work, you know? Let's give Danny Trejo another job. Let's Rob Zombie was always hooking people up. He's like, yeah, I watched a lot of these guys on TV when I was a kid, because he was one of the lock key. He was a lock key child. Oh, thanks, Don. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, man. Like, I would be hiring older cats that don't get any love, and also some new blood. But from what I hear, word on the street is a lot of the just big actors are having trouble getting roles now. You know, Backrooms and Obsession just fucked everything up for everybody. You know, that was a hit to the solar plexus, bro. That was oh fuck! I thought you're gonna uppercut me, dude. Oh fuck! That's what that was, dude. You know what I mean? What are they gonna do now? They made, and before that, I mean, the writing on the walls with Terrifier. If you guys saw like he was doing some good money in Leone, you know, Leone, however you want to say his name. Those Terrifier movies were making good money, and he started out with All Hallows Eve. Then he kind of crowdfunded the first Terrifier movie with like Bloody Disgusting or something like that. He got a new actor for Art the Clown, a better guy that could do 100 impressions in 10 minutes. Go check out the guy that plays Terrifier. He has a YouTube channel. I forgot his name, but he does 100 impressions, I think, in 10 minutes. Some crazy shit like that. I think that's what it is. And the Joker's one of them. But yeah, dude, the writing on the wall was Terrifier, man. You know, people were saying it though, man. YouTube's gonna be the new frontier. Let's see here. Let's see, Danny Willie, love Danny Trejo. Yeah, I love Danny Trejo too. He's got a character. He's got a movie called Dead on Tombstone. It was filmed in Romania in the Carpathian Mountains, so it's got a gothic look to it. Mickey Rourke is in it. It's a Western. Mickey Rourke is the devil. He makes a deal with him. It's a lot like Butch Cleaver. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude! It totally like Butch Cleaver. He makes a deal with the devil and comes back to life. And the filming looked too clean though. It was like done digitally, so if it didn't look, it needed more of a dirty look to it. But the movie was fun. Could have been fucking way better too. And they had all the shit that they needed in it. They had the location. They had the ghost. They had the Western town. They had Mickey Rourke, Trejo. It just could have been a little better, but it was good. But yeah, he's got a comic book coming out too. He's like an Aztec warrior or something like that, or it's kind of like Berserker, but with like an Aztec warrior type of thing going on. It's coming out though. I'm looking forward to it. But Danny Trejo, Willie, he's got to be $1 million though. Yeah, he is. but I like seeing those million-year-old guys. You know what I mean? Like I look up to those guys. Like I really do. You know, that's what I have to look forward to. You know, I look at the way they were at my age, and like I look at myself now, like I got to get my shit together. You know, so to me, they're very inspirational. The Danny Trejos, you know. Turnaround's looking good. Oh, thanks, man. I'm trying. I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna color it over on the Clip Studio. That's gonna be fun. Omer, both those films were really good. Also, his badass movies. Do you remember the one where he's playing Tony Vega? Remember, you guys know who Tony Vega is, right? Tony Vega is that big old white veteran guy that got in a fight with a dude on a bus, and he you know, the younger guy's talking shit to him, and Tony Vega had a big white beard, and he's like, "You shut up, motherfucker!" And he stands up and he just like bah, 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 and knocks him the fuck out. And then Danny Trejo plays him. They made a whole trilogy of movies. Danny Glover's in there. Yeah, those movies were fun. They're called Badass. Badass trilogy. I didn't see the third one though. I don't think. The second one has Danny Glover in it though, and they're fun. They're fun. Those were those Redbox movies. I kind of miss Redbox. They got rid of Redbox. Fucking sucks. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with you. I'm caffed up right now too. Thank God. Both those ones really good. Willie, Terrifiers are good. Terrifiers are good, but they are torture porn. So they should probably fuck you up if you watch them. You know. I know they fucked me up when I watched them, but I have seen a lot of stuff, but a lot of movies do, you know, but it's not something, I don't know. He's like Jason and Freddy kind of just turned up to the next level. He's this generation's horror iconoclast. 100%. He is the new Freddy and Jason. It's Art the Clown. 100%. But yeah, they're pretty good. Leone's going to make one more, and that's it. Side quest. Leone did a Frankenstein versus the Mummy movie, and it should be out there. It's on Tubi. It's fucking awesome, and it takes place like in the early aughts. You know, I don't want to give it nothing away, but the movie's pretty good. And the guy that plays Frankenstein's monster, dude, fucking fantastic. The fight scene at the end is kind of weak, but I dig the movie. It's really, 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 really low budget. But there was just some really cool ways, cool things about some of the special effects and things like that. I recommend you guys check it out. You know, if you guys could get through some of the charm of it. Omer, I've been saying for years that YouTube is going to have indie movies at some point, but it never really happened. Danny Trejo is great, but he's ancient. Not a fan of Terrifier movies. Vaguely remember the Badass films. Yeah. I don't remember them that much either until like I started thinking of stuff, you know. Yeah, they were fun though. But I like Danny Trejo. That sucks what happened to Mickey Rourke, man. He kind of lost all his money and stuff. It's just Hollywood, dude. You know. A lot of the people kind of got out, you know. A lot of people got out. You know, I know McConaughey and you know, Woody Harrelson. Allegedly, they might be brothers. I know they're doing a show called Brothers, but allegedly they might be brothers. They went to Texas. I think the Wahlberg got out. A lot of people went to Texas. You know, a lot of people left Hollywood already. It's a fucked up place to live, California. It's oh man, I can't wait to vote too, man. That Gavin Newsom, oh my God. He's got to be the worst politician I've ever seen in my life. Got to spend $250 million on a railroad that they never built. I could go off on that guy, dude. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Let's see here. Willie, we should have gotten Machete Kills in Space, dude, or just Machete anything, you know? Fucking, and don't even get me started on Robert Rodriguez. He's always been my top choice for Butch Cleaver. It's like Butch Cleaver is perfect for him. You know, it's like a perfect, like the whole tone of From Dusk Till Dawn. That's Butch Cleaver, like 100%. And dude, he was on Rogan about 6 months ago. Oh, it was a great show. If you guys haven't seen that one, and they talk about Conan. You know, they both live in Texas, and He talks about how he was going to do a Conan movie, and he was going to do a trilogy. And he's like, yeah, I was trying to do it at Netflix, and but I couldn't do it. And then Rogan's like, he's like, really? Oh, that's John over at Netflix. Like, he knows the guy at Netflix's name straight up. He's like, we gotta have a talk with him because Rogan's like, yeah, they've never done the proper Conan movie. They still haven't done it. You know, and he brings up Conan a lot. He's a big Conan head. So, yeah, but I was gonna say, what's up with Robert Rodriguez, man? He needs to make a fucking movie already. He hasn't done nothing, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? He's doing stuff. Like, I found he did the brass knuckle thing. You guys remember that like a year or two ago, where it was gonna be like fan made and all that shit. He did that like about a little bit ago. I don't think Rogan's a dummy meathead. I really don't. I hear a lot of people say that, but I don't agree. I think the guy's pretty smart, actually. He just kind of comes off that way. Yeah. But yeah. There's a lot of people on there. Who do you have on there the other day? He had Tim Alberino on there. That was pretty good. Tim Alberino's pretty nuts. Not nuts, but his shows are pretty out there. It's pretty cool. Rodriguez got all messed up when he got divorced from his wife and got with Rose McGowan, and when they ended it, it messed him up more. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Yeah, and she was supposed to play Red Sonja. Remember the movie posters? Shit was going down, dude. He was trying to make movies about Howard. He said on Rogan the first movie was going to be a thief movie, then he was going to make a pirate movie, then he was going to make the King movie, which would have been cool, you know. That would have been pretty dope. I would have taken any of those. I'll take any Conan, you know. The way I feel about it, though, it's like the dudes running the shit over there, they feel the same way I do. I was like, just give me that one last Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like, everybody wants that, you know. Just get him, you know, they want to see that final, you know, movie with him on the throne. Everybody kind of wants that. They want that Milius verse Conan. So they're going to do it. And Arnold's, you know, he's getting up there. He's about 80, but they need to make the fucking movie. They need to start filming it like yesterday. You know, and Arnie's pushing it. He's really fucking pushing it. He's putting his foot on their neck, to be honest. Let's see here. Rogan got lucky and has really good management who shaped a dummy meathead out of him. He does what he's told by management. I could see that, you know. He kind of comes off that way, but I think that guy's really smart, you know. Personally. I don't really watch. I never really watch Rogan though, but I feel like the guy is smarter than he you know, he is very well versed in a lot of topics too. I'll give that. He's had like 2,000 podcasts, you know, so he's talked to a lot of people, and he can engage conversation for up to 3 hours with all types of topics and stuff, and hold ground with it. You know, a lot of people can't do that. That's like Batman shit, bro. To be honest, you know. And it's kind of cool that he can, you know, he does a lot of hunting, lifts a lot. At that age, he does stand-up comedy, does the podcast. He can do the acting. He can do a lot of stuff. Commentary. You had this guy balling on there, Balin. My kid watches. The guy's an ex-Navy SEAL or a Navy SEAL. Mr. Balin. He's got like 20 million subs or some shit like that. Pretty good channel, actually. I was watching that. Let's see here. King Conan. New Arnold Conan is never going to happen. Let's see here. Willie. And bring Dutch back into Predator. Willie. Wash your mouth out. Nah, Rogan is dumb. He comes off smart because he's scripted with the questions. He doesn't know what to ask these people he interviews. The questions are on a prompt screen. Don't be fooled, BATT. Well, yeah, I'm sure he's scripted a little bit, but yeah, I don't think he's dumb. I'm sorry. It's all good though. I'm not simping for him, but you know, to each their own. But the Arnold Predator or the Arnold movie Conan probably won't come out. But they own 20th Century Fox, and that's where whatchamacallit, Predator's at. So 20th Century Fox hit him up, which is Disney now, and they told him that hey man, we want to make some movies with you. You want to do a Commando movie? You know, we got the rights for that. We got the rights for Predator. You know, and he said, yeah, sure, I'll do those, but I want to do Conan. You want to? No, but we got Predator. We got, you know, John Matrix. We got these movies. Let's make them. What do you say? Oh, we do Conan, and then I do those. And it's okay. We'll do the Conan. We'll do the Conan movie. So I guess they're just waiting on the Conan movie, because in reality, those are going to be the best fucking movies ever. Conan, compared to like Predator and shit. Predator would be cool, but it's like, you know, I selfishly want to see Conan. Let's see here. It's all good. Say no, Arnie, Conan again, and it's you, me, Carport. I wish I wish Conan Arnold would happen, but there's just not enough time. Arnie will live forever. Yeah, he's working out. He's hitting. You know, he's up in the. It's just they're just taking too long, man. It's not Arnold. It's the fucking writers. And I was like, dude, where the fuck's the movie script at? It doesn't take that long to write a fucking Conan the Barbarian in that point of his life movie script. It doesn't take that long, you know. It doesn't have to be fucking Hamlet either, bro. Just make the fucking movie already, you know. You take a little bit of Phoenix on the Sword and a little bit of they're going to take a little bit of Scarlet Citadel and Hour of the Dragon. Boom, fuck them. That's it. That's all you're going to do. And in reality, I would go even like low budget with it, bro, and people would be happy. Just make it really kind of like put it in one castle, make it Phoenix on the Sword. I would just pretty much do Phoenix on the Sword. Have him old as fuck, have a bunch of traitors in there, a bunch of backstabbing fuckers, and then he faces off with them. He has that dream, that ethereal dream with this wizard that gives him the sword and whatnot, the magic sword. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Then have him get killed, and then fucking boom. That's it. Have his son in there too, his Mexican son, playing it. Give him the fucking sword, and that's it. That'll be dope. But what's happening is they're milking it out. They're milking the fucking movie out. It doesn't take that long. That's what I was saying. Like when they announced it, when he announced it, he's like, yeah, they've been working on the script now for 6 months. I'm like, dude, it doesn't take that long for 6 months to do the script. And now they've been working on the script for like probably over a year. Like, what are you doing, bro? It does not take that long to do the script. Plus, you do the script, and then the movie's going to get cut up in the editing room anyway. That's where all the magic happens. Let's see here. Omer, I love Arnie Conan. I want it to happen, but Hollywood takes forever to make stuff. Exactly, dude. They're the ones that are going to fuck it up, not Arnold. I reckon it's a state secret, in a lockbox. Yeah, I hope they make it, man. I hope they get around to doing it. It was supposed to be the guy from the Mission Impossible movies, McQuarrie, whatever his name is. He was supposed to be writing and directing it. So it's like, all right, bro, where's your script at? Let's get this shit going. It gets to the point where if it's good or bad, who gives a fuck? Let's film a motherfucker, you know? And most people kind of know like what it is, you know? And a lot of people in Hollywood, they know a little bit of Hour of the Dragon and a bunch of that shit. You know, like they know. You know, and it doesn't take long to read Hour of the Dragon, or if you want to listen to it, it's 8 hours long on audiobook. Go listen to that. Go get a hotel somewhere, fucking put that on, boom, write your movie script, you're done. Doesn't take that long. I think Phoenix on the Sword is like 20 minutes to an hour audiobook. Go listen to that if you can't read it. If you want to make it Howard-like. Well, we could always get AI. Yeah. I seen a pretty good AI. Was it Shadow and Dick Tracy team up earlier tonight? Someone had that shit. I'm sub 2. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This shit looks pretty good, but fuck this shit. Like, fuck AI. It looked good though, but I'm just like, I'll save the AI for my deathbed. I'll save the AI for the deathbed. I feel like I'm gonna be the last guy on the lawn. Get off my lawn with your AI. Everyone else is like, fuck you, Matt Burke. I'm doing an AI, bitch. I need AI in my trailer. You can go fuck yourself. That's kind of how I feel, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see here, Willie. It sure be cheaper. It's not all that bad. Check space black. Yeah, I just can't, man. I can't get on board with it. I can't. I gotta die on that hill. I gotta shake that fist, Shake harder, boy, Shake harder, boy. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. And thank you, Omer, for all that you do, brother. I appreciate you. Let's see, there's that. We gotta get that Lobo stream going pretty soon, man. Oh, if you're still there, I'll start doing some Lobo, some Biztober, dude. All that biz talk and Lobo bomb, dude. What the hell with that? What's up with that, bro? What's up with Lobo bombing, dude? He's supposed to come in and be our savior, man, with Supergirl. It's fucked up, man. That ain't cool. It's goofy gun, bro. It's goofy gun. You gotta hack that system, bro. Yeah. I'm sweating in here. It got hotter too, man. Did he bomb? I thought he didn't. No, I heard he did good in the movie. Yeah, I heard he was like the only good thing about the movie. I haven't watched it. I was gonna watch it, dude, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the tone, on the trailer. I don't know. Something about it. Figured I'd watch it later though. Yeah. Yeah. Momoa. I don't know. I heard that show C is pretty good. I seen like a pretty good fight scene. How do you guys feel about Batista playing the God of War? I don't know about all that, dude. Seems like everybody's like sold. Batista, Kratos, I'm sold. I'm like, yeah, nah, he don't look like Kratos, dude. I mean, Ryan Hurst didn't really look like him either, but he looked more like him to me than Batista. I'm like, what's really going on? Sounds like some sabotage. Sounds like they had some Batista simps in the hen house, in the studio head house. What's up with that? Let's see here. I saw the film. It's not that bad. The trail is nothing. The movie is fine. Lobo is cool in it. Okay. Is he gonna wear a wig? See, it was a great show, but it's only like 2 or 3 seasons and it's done. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool though. I liked him in Frontier. That show was pretty dope too on Netflix with the fur trade or whatnot. don't know if you guys saw Frontier with Momoa. That shit was pretty dope. Had a little bit of woke shit in it, but it was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the design was whatever with Lobo. I thought it could have been better. I think with Lobo, it needs to have like a really dirty, like a kind of indie look to it. You know, the movie itself, it needs to look really dirty, like the first Blade Runner or the only Blade Runner. Well, no, they made new ones. I forgot. Yeah, like Blade Runner, like Star Wars. You know, like the old movies. It needs to look like that. It needs to look like an '80s movie, like really dirty. I would, make it look really low budget. It can't look really. I mean, I know you're probably thinking, well, they kind of did that with Supergirl, but it still looked like it still looked clean. You know, it needs to look really dirty, really cheap. I think that it needs to look like a fan film. You know, it needs to look like the paramilitary, because that's how Lobo is, dude. He kind of has like that indie kind of underground. Even though it's DC, the book felt really like an underground spoof of everything. You know, so. I think that's what it needs, first of all. Yeah. Yeah, Frontier is cool. The fight scenes in C are pretty cool because they are all blind. Yeah, that's dope. Old future tech. It turned out up C, the blind dudes weren't blind. Oh, they weren't, huh? They're lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Drawn Sword was wondering if he had a cigarette in his ear. I think he's talking about his hat brim. Or maybe thought this was smoke coming up. Butch does smoke, though. He is a smoker. He doesn't smoke that much, though. Let's see here. You could tell they could see, huh? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Apple. I'm gonna get all. There's a bunch of shows I wanted to watch on there. I think there's like 5 shows I wanted to watch on there. Right now, I'm watching Tales from the Crypt, though. That's on Tubi for free, so I'm digging that. Trying to watch those. Still watching Dark Winds too. Just I fall asleep and just like sometimes I get real tired. Let's see here. Omer, it was sometimes hard to get past that they were blind on the show because sometimes you could see that they were look at things. Yeah. Willie, 3 cigs in 3 weeks. Does that count? Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, it counts, but I mean, that's you're cutting down. Lanterns is better than I thought it would be. Yeah, I'm hearing good things about Lanterns. I'm hearing that's the best thing that Gunn's put out so far in DC. He's probably pissed too. It's probably like the one thing where he was like, "Yeah, it's all right, but I don't want it to be my saving grace." And it looked like that if there is something to save his grace, it's going to be Lanterns. Let's see here. Yeah, just smoked 3 in the last hour. Smoking them cigs. Siggy cigs. Why you always lying? It's hard to quit things cold turkey though, man. Sometimes, you know. Especially the older you get, you know. Go. No weed, that blows. Oh, that sucks. Doctor's orders. I want my guts put back together more than I want to smoke. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Well, it's just sometimes it comes to a time where you're like, you know what, I had my fun and now I can't do these things no more. It was fun while it lasted, you know. Sucks. That's how I kind of feel with me and like a lot of sweets and things like that. You know, I gotta be careful with that. Don't want to get the diabetes. That shit runs in my family, so took my grandpa out pretty crazy. It took his legs off. That guy went through hell and a bunch of other shit and did a bunch of crazy things in life, and that diabetes took his legs, and he died not too long after that. My father was a borderline diabetic, so I'm like, I gotta be careful with the sweets, you know. Those are gonna be the silent. Those are gonna be the. For me, that's the hard thing to quit. Sometimes are the sweets, especially the sweet drinks. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I love my sweet drinks, especially in the summer, man. I find for me it's easier to diet in the winter because you're drinking a lot of cold drinks, and in the summer you get real hot, so you want like a soda or you want like I don't know, sweet tea or something, sweet coffee. It's a little easier to have sugar for me in the summer than it is in the winter. I don't know, go figure. Take forever to render this guy out. Yeah, you can get. You know, the thing is too, you can have the CBD pills, bro. You can also do the oils too. You don't gotta. You know, I know it's the smoking though, man. It's that. It's a little different. You know, it's the hitting the lungs. You know, the puff. It's not the same thing. You know. I get it. My other grandpa, they told him he had. What they tell him? He had a year left to live if he didn't stop smoking. So he stopped cold turkey that day. I was like, okay, that's some fucking willpower, you know. And he lived 10 more years. He lived 10 years after that. They told him, you know, and it was okay. He wasn't in pain or nothing. He was fucking going around, you know, going to the store, fucking gardening. You know what I mean? Cooking dinner. You know, he was still doing shit. He worked where he worked at General Motors, I think, for like 28 years. Before that, he worked at a cotton farm. You know, he was a Arkansas fucking Ozark hillbilly that came out to Southern California, just like the Beverly Hillbillies. You know, but he quit. That motherfucker quit cold turkey, just like that. So I was like, I always think of that motherfucker like, damn, he quit cold turkey. I could do it. You know, at least if I could do it, maybe I got his genes or something. That'll help me. And I've been able to quit cold turkey on some things, but now it's different. Yeah, sugar is very hard to quit. That for me, that's the biggest obstacle in life is sugar. Sugar, complex carbohydrates, fried foods, fried potatoes. You know that all that shit's extremely hard to quit. Let's see here. Omer, that sugar is crazy. It's in everything. It sucks. 100%, dude. Willie, the edibles are fucking expensive in Oz. I bet they are. Sugar is better than the fake stuff. Yeah, it is. Sugar is food. The fake stuff is a science experiment. Yes, that's true. Omer, all those sugars, all the fake ones are worse, but all of them suck. Yeah, even the real sugar is bad for you too. You shouldn't have really any of it. You should only be eating, just fruits, just the fruits. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, just the fruits now. So that's been my big problem now, and it's tough. It is tough. Tough enough. Let's see here. Yeah, air fryer, no fat. Yeah, I've been using those too. Fructose equals sugar, glucose equals sugar. Yep. Omer, small amounts of real sugar, not what it is. All the food we eat, even the food we eat, is becoming fake. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then you got to watch too many carbs. Like me, I like the pastas and the rice. So I got to watch that shit. I eat more. I eat a lot of that. So I got to kind of, maybe I'll just get more of the chicken instead of the pasta. I'll load up more on that type of thing. Just have a tiny bit garden, growing potatoes and lettuce. Yeah, potatoes are the bomb. Growing some vegetables and fruit is a really good idea. Yeah, yep. But I do live in the sticks. Yeah, and also having a chicken doesn't hurt. That way you can have all your eggs, and even a fucking cow if you got enough for that motherfucker to eat. A cow would be nice. You know what I mean? Just for the milk. Just for the milk, not for the meat. A cow, a couple chickens, and a rooster. That way you can, if you want to sell some chickens, you got the rooster there. Or if one of them dies, you got the rooster. Just one rooster. Kind of that we can go around and strut his stuff. And one rooster, two chickens. I think that's the kind of a good way to do it. Yeah, an apartment, yeah, that'd be tough. Can't give away eggs and Oz now, even if you have it your own crop. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that makes sense though. They like to control everything over there. Yeah, they're pretty fucked up over there, man. Pretty mean. All right. The bird flu, huh? Yeah. Biosecurity. Yeah, I forgot. You guys also have like the things where they reproduce down there a lot, like the frogs and the rabbits. See, I got a backyard and enough space to do a small garden. I think we can have chickens here, but not cows in the city. Oh, okay. That'd be pretty dope. Yeah, cows would just be for the cheese. You can make your own cheese. That'd be nice. The big cheese. Yeah, milk and cheese. Yeah, some cream. See, they did the vaccine endangered black cockatoos and the penguins on Phillip Island. Oh, crazy. Yeah, my son wants to go to Australia. He wants to look at the He wants to see the spiders, man. He loves spiders. You guys got the craziest fucking animals out there. It's like us. It's like the real sword and sorcery out there, man. Yeah. Love pizza, man. I had pizza tonight. I went low budge. I got the pizza deal from Little Caesars, man. Two pizzas for $10. Got a bacon pizza and a pepperoni, and some crazy bread and a 2 liter Pepsi. It was $20. Couldn't really beat it. And some homemade ranch dressing, full ghetto style right there. No pizza without cheese. Thing with having chicken is you have to make sure the dogs in the neighborhood don't get to them exactly, or the coyotes, right? Some on my channel. Yeah, the coyotes out here, man. We got coyotes coming out here all the time. They're out here. They walk by my house at like, dude, at one in the afternoon. It started off at like 4:30. Like that was wild. Like 4:30. Normally they're out in like 3 in the morning. You know, like they go in packs. They come down on the riverbed from the mountains, from the hills up. You know, but now you'll see them out there 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, they're hungry. They are hungry now. Those coyotes. Same thing with the bears. I think the bears are overpopulating now more too. I heard. Boa spider, huntsman, and orb weaver. Those are the big ones, huh? See, they have a 2 pizza deal for $10 in Cali. Wish we had that here in Texas. Yeah, we do. Yeah, you have to get the app or order it online too. So I just sometimes I'll if there's specials for stuff like that, I'll just do it online or get the app and then just uninstall the app. And I don't do it all the time because I get tired of it, you know. But sometimes it'll be like Little Caesars or Domino's will have a deal. We'll do that. Sometimes I'll get one at Costco. Costco's got the $10 pizzas all the time. Those are pretty good, but I get tired of anything, you know. Like too much of anything for me is you can get it, you know, played out. Like In-N-Out. I just started getting the In-N-Out. I've been going there my whole life. In-N-Out burger, really good. And normally we get like the animal style, which is grilled onions and spread. It tastes so good. And I didn't know you can get sports peppers on the burger. So now I'm getting sports peppers on there. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. I've been craving. I had one of those the other day. I'm craving it. Next time I'm gonna get grilled onions, cheese, grilled mayonnaise, meat, and sports peppers. That's it on there on a toasted bun. Oh my gosh, so bomb. Love In-N-Out. I don't give a fuck because I done to not. Let's see here. Tell your boy my channel. You got the spiders on there? Okay, I'll go check it out. Oh yeah, you do your own pizza on that stone, huh? Yeah, dude. I love my pizza, bro. Let's see here. Home regulars. The cheapest we have is a five pepperoni classic hot and ready. Yeah, that's pretty good. Normally, I think it's $7 out here, bro. The hot and ready is $7 now. It used to be $5. Sports peppers, I think, are just they have another name. They're the little yellow ones, that usually get at like mom and pop like burger stands or diners. Sometimes they call them sports peppers. You can also get them at like Wiener Schnitzel. They're just the little tiny yellow peppers that come in like pickles. They're usually like that long, like that, circumference. Just little yellow peppers. But on the In-N-Out burger, oh my gosh, flavor country, bro. It's like, what was I doing? I hate that, man. When like there's something that everyone else is doing it and they're not like, oh, what, you didn't know about that? Everybody knows about that. I thought you knew about that. I hate it when I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Yeah, banana peppers. I think it is banana peppers. Yeah. Yep. I think that's it. Banana peppers, pepperoncinis. I also like a good like Italian like submarine sandwich places. I like sometimes I'll get a Subway too. Yeah, I like to go the Italian BMT. I like my cold cut sandwiches. I love those. I love a cold cut sandwich, bro. There's something about a sandwich, man. It's like just really special. I think it's all the fresh produce. The fresh tomatoes, the fresh onions, the fresh lettuce, the pickled, and also the pickled stuff. The pickled olives, the pickled peppers, pepperoncinis, the vinegar, the salt and pepper, the oil. On a nice bun, Swiss cheese, mustard, mayonnaise. That's what I get from there. Fucking delicious. And the black olives. You have to have the black olives. Even if they look like cockroaches, you got to have them. They're fucking delicious. They really change the profile. Thing is that with Subway, they don't have Swiss cheese there. So you got to get provolone. But Swiss cheese is always the best one to get because you can really taste that cheese. Seems like when anything else, the cheese just gets, you can't taste it. It's like you can taste the texture, but with Swiss cheese, you could taste the texture. You could taste it because it's got that bite to it. It's strong. I'm down for all peppers. Yeah, I think canned jalapenos are the best, but jalapenos have been messing up my tummy lately. Or peppercorn, all good. Yeah, peppercorn's bomb too. Can't have the heat. Yeah, I can't do the heat too much either, man. Like, for some reason, jalapenos have been really tearing me up. Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Pepperoncinis. Not a huge fan of olives, but as I've gotten older, I do like them. Dude, same here, bro. I would only eat them on this one sandwich, like back in high school. I'd put them on there and I'd take most of them off, and if there'd be a random bite, I'd leave them there and be like, eh. But now I notice, like on a submarine sandwich, they're fucking delicious, bro. The black olives are so good. Like you have to have them on there. You have to have the pepperoncinis. You got to have you have to have all that, dude. And salami, pepperoni, ham. If you can get some even more of those like mortadella meats and stuff like that, prosciutto, that's even better. Yeah, I'm craving like a nice submarine sandwich. And you got to have a nice potato chip. A nice fresh bag of Lay's or a kettle cooked kind. Oh my gosh, so good. And a nice soda, like even like an independent soda company. It doesn't have to be like the big guys, Yeah. Yeah, olives are bomb. They're bombing in martini. They're also good in what else were they good in? I like putting green olives. In my tuna salad. That usually turns out pretty good. Yeah, tuna salad. Yep, 100%. Well, shoot, guys, I'm probably gonna take off right now. Probably gonna go wind down. And then tomorrow I need to get up. I need to go for a walk. I need to start walking I'm gonna try to start walking in the mornings, and I'm gonna try to start walking at nights. I got to do this. I don't want to die early. So I got to start doing that, and then I got to try to start organizing my garage. I got to make room for a pallet for some Hell War coming. There's some Hell War books coming, so there's that, and then I just got to start organizing stuff. So I'm gonna get going. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had a blast. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, and Homer, thanks for everything that you do, buddy. I really appreciate it. I owe you one. I'm looking forward to hanging out more. We got to get in there soon before Biztober. Biztober, I definitely want to do at least like we did last year, you know, where we do at least like one stream a week at least. I'd like to do more, but it's just fucking, it's a bitch. I fell asleep the last 2 nights. I was trying to get on here. I slept a lot the last day. I slept like day before last. I slept like 11 hours, and I normally sleep like 4 or 5. So I didn't know if I was coming down with something. The next day, I woke up with a big headache. So that's another reason why I don't sleep that much, because I get big headaches. So, but thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for letting me ramble on like Robert Plant. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome day. And hopefully tomorrow I could stream tomorrow night. Yeah, Spider Time. Yeah, I'm going to check them out, dude. Hell yeah. Thanks again, guys. Yeah. I'll see you next time. Peace.